Hello, konnichiwa, linguist enthusiasts. Welcome to Linguistic Perspectives, the podcast that unravels the intricacies of language function across cultures. We are your hosts. I'm Marinelle.
And I'm Norbilin, and today we embark on a journey through the lens of Michael Halliday's Function of Language, and we're delving into the intriguing world of English in Japan.
Let's start exploring how Japanese English embraces the linguistics role.
It is about achieving goals.
Our linguistic voyage begins with the instrumental function, where language serves as a tool to achieve goals.
In Japanese English, consider how expressions are finely tuned to accomplish tasks, navigate formalities, and convey intentions much like precision instruments in cultural symphony.
All about establishing rules.
Moving to the regulatory function, Japanese English intricately establish rules and maintain order.
From classroom instructions to workplace guidelines, observe how language in this context acts as a regulatory force, shaping behavior and expectations.
Sharing knowledge.
Let's explore the informative function where language becomes a vehicle for sharing knowledge.
In Japanese language, notice how information is conveyed with meticulous detail, reflecting a commitment to clarify and precision in communication.
Building relationships.
Shifting to the interactional function, observe how Japanese English fosters relationships and social bonds. Politeness, marker, honorifics, subtle nouns, and expressions play a pivotal role in nurturing connections, creating a rich tapestry of interpersonal communication. In Japanese culture, politeness is paramount. How does this influence English grammar in Japan?
Japanese learners often grapple with the subtleties of formal and informal language, a concept not as pronounced in their native tongue.
Refrigerator.
これなんですかね。リフリガレーター。
Japanese and English have different sentence structures. How does this impact grammar rules?
In Japanese, the subject is often implied, leading to challenges when English demand on more explicit subject-verb-object structure.
I eat fish. You say the subject I first, and then put the verb eat right after that, and then say fish, the object that you are going to eat at the very end of the sentence. To say exactly the same thing, the wording in Japanese is going to be like this. I, fish, eat. The key point here is that you put the verb at the very end of the sentence. Japanese sentences always end with a predicate.
English uses pronouns abundantly, but Japanese tends to rely on the context. How do learners navigate this linguistic contrast?
Pronouns like I and you can be challenging as Japanese sentence, often omit them when the context is clear.
Verb conjugation in tense can be a maze in any language. How do Japanese learners tackle this aspect of English grammar?
Japanese has a simple verb conjugation system, making the nuanced English tense a hurdle for learners. English loves its article and plurals. How does this differ from the Japanese language?
Japanese doesn't have articles or plurals, so learners often grapple with when and how to use a, an, and the.
In Japanese, we don't really care too much about the number unless it's really important. Let's say this is an apple. You have to say an apple. We say これはリンゴです。
As English continues to be a vital global language, what challenge and adapt actions do foresee in Japanese leaders mastering its grammars?
Continued exposure, interactive learning platforms, and cultural immersion will play key roles in overcoming grammar challenges. Arigato for joining us to this podcast about language function of Michael Halliday and grammar rules journey through the fusion of English and Japanese.
Until next time, keep dissecting those sentences and remember grammar is your passport to effective communication.
And until our next linguistic adventure, sayonara!